Welcome to this video tutorial. Today we'll be focusing on the Functional Skills ICT Sample Assessment at Level 2 using the City and Guilds in-app software. So the question we're looking at is question 5, or task 5, which is the spreadsheet. This is worth the most amount of marks on Level 1 and Level 2 exams. For this question, it's worth 14 marks, so that's quite a lot. And this is the question that most candidates lose marks on. So to get started, let's download the spreadsheet. Okay, as that's loading, point to note that each line or sentence is a different task worth a mark or 2. Consider that. So if you miss one of these lines out, one of these steps, you're likely to lose marks. So first thing I would do when working on spreadsheets is to format it first to ensure it's clear and easy to read and understand before I would do anything else. That's what I would do. It does ask you to do this at the end of the question, end of the task. However, by then you might have got confused of what the data is showing. This is an easy way to understand, because some questions, some spreadsheets, they appear quite complex, so this is the best thing to do. It's not always that easy to identify the data. So headers, yeah. So for headers, I put bold and I put a bit of a background color to it, so it stands out. And then what we can do is separate all these cells by adding borders. So select all borders. There we go. Yeah, so that's looking okay. Yeah, picked up a couple of marks doing that. So the first step that it's asking us to do is use a formula to calculate the percentage reservation. Calculate percentage reservation. If we go to this column, it's already titled percentage reservation, so we just need to insert a formula to have a look at that. So percentage reservation, how do we work this out? City and Guilds, on their questions, they will give you a guide to help you insert that. So here we have a look at percentage reservation is number of reserved spaces divided by maximum places. So reserved spaces divide maximum places. Reserved spaces divide maximum places. So we want the percentage to show in this cell. So all we'll do, all formulas and functions start with an equals. We're going to do equals when we use cell references. So we wouldn't necessarily put 14 divided by 14, okay, because that wouldn't be the correct way to use a formula. I want you to use a formula, so it will be G2, refer to that cell, divide, the symbol used for divide, F2. Let's move that out of the way. So as you can see, it's selected the 2 cells. If we press enter, no error warning code, that has worked. But as you can see, we've only got a 1 in there, okay, and we need that as a percentage. So if we go up to the top toolbar, this box here we use to format the cells. So we can either click on this percentage, or we can use a drop down menu to choose the appropriate cell formatting. So let's go percentage 100%. That's what we'd expect. If there are 14 places and 14 are reserved, that's 100% reservation. So the first one's done. So the good thing about Microsoft Excel, it allows you to save time. So instead of repeating this formula, we're going to copy the formula into all the cells, and it's going to automatically reference the cell numbers to the formula. So if we select bottom right, click and hold left, click and hold, drag, then release, and it has copied the formula for us. So that step has been done, percentage reservation complete. What you can do is do a quick check to make sure you're happy. So 10, 10 should be 100, yep. Any more 100s? 20, 20, yeah, 100 reservation, 100%. So next, use a formula, display the word promote if there's your hint, if the percentage reservation is 50% or less. Level 2 spreadsheets require you to use an if function. Basic if function as a minimum. Some questions expect you to do an if and or an if or. Okay, but for this question it is just an if. So use a formula to display the word promote. If the percentage reservation, which was from the previous step, is 50% or less. So percentage reservation, if that number in that cell is 50% or less, in this cell we want something to say, we want to say promote. So put a suitable heading, promote, this is promote question mark. To do an if function. Hopefully if functions aren't new to you. If they are, I'll quickly take you through how it works. So all formulas and functions starts with an equals, and it's an if. We're going to open up the logic test in a bracket. So we can start in a bracket, we're going to close it in a bracket. So equals if H2, so if the information, the data in H2 is smaller than or is equals to, as the question said, 50%, then we want something to be displayed, and that word was promote. Promote, close quotes. So text to be displayed in a formula needs to be in a quote. Okay, without the quotes, it's not going to work properly. And if you look under here, there's a little guide. Okay, and it gives you a guide of what, how to construct the function. So the logic test is the H2 smaller than equals to 50. If the value is true, so if it is smaller than or equals to 50, what do you want it to do? And if it's not, what do you want it to do? So if it's different than the logic test, two quotes, no text in the middle, which means it's going to be blank. Then we'll close off the function with the bracket, close bracket, enter. No warning signs, no error signs. That is a good news. So as we expect, 100%, yeah, obviously it is more than 50%. So we don't expect anything to show in here. However, when we copy the formula down, we expect promote to be in this one. We want it in that one, we want it in there, we want it in there, etc. So we've got an idea where we want promote to be put in, to be displayed. So same as you did in the previous task, click, drag, and just like we said, 44, yeah, promote. So we expect promote to be in those. It is, yeah, it's automatically populated for us, saved us time. So use a form to display the word promote, we've done that. Insert a row above the data and add the heading, class reservation list, merge and center the heading. Next task, merge and center the heading. So click on cell number 1 or row number 1, insert a new row, select the cells you want to merge, and the name it wanted us to give was class reservation list. Reservation list. So if you're using it's a heading, let's put them in first letters and capitals. Okay, is that clear and easy to read? Okay, for me it's not. So I'll put it in bold. Change the colour. Large text, there we go, that's your heading. Okay, and these will be your subheadings. So we've done that one, merge and center the heading. Insert today's date in the footer. That's slightly a little more difficult depending on the software you're using. So 2016 Office 365, yeah, it'll be a different way than the older versions possibly. So we'll have a quick look of how to find that tool to complete that section. Filter and save the spreadsheet to show only classes to promote. Change the layout to landscape. Okay, so we only want to see the promote displayed. Hit the subheading or the column title. Data, filter. So look for that again. So promote. So hit the heading. Data, filter. Click on the arrow and you get a drop down screen. Okay, it's either promote or blank. I only want to promote. That's all you're going to get. Change the page layout to landscape. So page layout, orientation, landscape. If you see here, it says make sure make sure that the spreadsheet can be printed on a single page. The print line is a dotted line. Okay, that's the page line. So as we can see, this spreadsheet is going to be split. We don't want that to happen. So there's a number of ways we can do this. The way I'm going to show you is by to wrap text. Okay, so that the headings aren't so big and take up too much cell space. So instructor's name, wrap text. Watch what happens when I shrink the box. It's not hidden. Okay, just the words just drop underneath each other. Okay, maximum places, that's taking up a lot of space. Wrap the text. Number of reserved spaces, wrap text. And wrap text. And as you can see, the print line now, make sure that's the print line is there, which is exactly where we want it. To check, file, print. Yep, we're good. Okay, all information is displayed on one page. So now for inserting today's date in the footer. So we're going to go to toolbar, we're going to go insert, because it asks you to insert. So we use the tab insert. And we want to insert some text. And then we're going to go, see here it says header and footer. Okay. If you look at the little guide, it says this is useful for showcasing info such as file name, date and time. Yep. Click on that. Okay, so we've got the header. We only want to add to the footer. So we can navigate down and we've got add footer. Today's date in the footer, we're going to go 9th of the 6th, 2018. Done. Let's go to view. So when we go check again, we should have, there we go, at the bottom in the footer, today's date. So just to show that again, because it is a little tricky. Okay, once you do insert a date, we go insert, text, header or footer, scroll down, there's your footer. Okay, you can even put my name in here. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but so when we change view back to normal, There we go, my name and today's date. And to finish off, it says make sure the data is clear, easy to read and formatted correctly. We've already done that. That is what you need to do at the start of the task. Upload your completed spreadsheet and we are finished. So that is your tutorial on task 5. To summarise, format the spreadsheet first to make sure the information is clear and easy to read and understand. Use a little bit of colour, a different font styling. I wouldn't go overboard because the maximum marks is most probably 3 you would get for formatting. But as you can see here, make sure everything is visible. Add your simple formula. Okay, click and drag to copy the formula down. The if function, same again. Put it in once, then highlight, click and drag to copy that formula down. What I suggest you do now is complete the little activities that have been set to develop your if functions, your knowledge of if functions, then go and complete the sample assessment on Sitting Guilds itself.